In July 1969, the Apollo 11 mission relied on billions of dollars of bespoke engineering. Every valve, thruster, and life support system was designed from the ground up by the government to survive the harshest environment known to man. When Neil Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin stepped out of the lunar module, they entered a desolate, gray world, isolated from any possibility of immediate rescue. Yet, strapped over the sleeve of Aldrin's highly advanced, custom-tailored spacesuit was a standard mechanical chronograph, a watch you could walk into a jewelry store and purchase for yourself. The vacuum of space routinely obliterates normal terrestrial machinery. Lubricants boil away or freeze solid, while sudden exposure to raw solar radiation and severe temperature fluctuations instantly warp metal components. Trusting a consumer-grade mechanism in an environment designed to crush, freeze, and irradiate anything unprotected defies standard engineering logic. To understand why NASA allowed it, we have to look at where this timepiece actually came from. 12 years earlier, in 1957, the Swiss manufacturer Omega released a new chronograph called the Speedmaster, reference CK2915. Its creators were unconcerned with the space race. They built it specifically to handle the noise, vibration, and high speeds of professional auto racing. Drivers utilized the engraved tachymeter bezel to quickly calculate their speed over a measured mile, converting elapsed time directly into miles per hour. Inside the case sat the caliber 321 movement, a hand-wound column wheel mechanism engineered to start and stop lap timings with absolute precision. A device originally manufactured to measure loud, violent forward momentum on dirt and asphalt was about to be drafted into the absolute stillness of a deep space vacuum. By 1964, the Apollo program was advancing rapidly. Astronauts needed a reliable timing instrument, but digital quartz and microprocessors did not yet exist. They needed a mechanical solution. NASA requested commercial samples from top watchmakers, including Rolex, Longines, and Omega. They then subjected these off-the-shelf watches to 11 severe environmental evaluations. This animated diagram plots the severe thermal tests. The temperature spikes to 160 degrees Fahrenheit for 48 hours, before plunging instantly to -40. The graph then shifts, simulating explosive decompression in a total vacuum, followed immediately by rapid kinetic shocks hitting 40 Gs. The crystals warped, hands popped off, and internal lubricants ceased. Every other competitor's submission failed under the strain. Only the Omega Speedmaster continued to keep accurate time. Earning the title of flight qualified was a matter of surviving empirical, scientific torture. The certification proved the watch's mechanical superiority in the harshest laboratory conditions on Earth. That laboratory durability was called upon to save lives in April 1970 when an oxygen tank ruptured aboard Apollo 13, 200,000 miles from home. To conserve what little power remained, the crew shut down nearly every system. The spacecraft's digital navigation and internal timing instruments went completely dark. Drifting off their required trajectory, the crew had to perform a manual engine burn. They needed to fire the thrusters for exactly 14 seconds to correct their flight path. Too short or too long, and they would miss the Earth entirely. With no computer to guide them, astronaut Jack Swigert looked to his wrist. He pressed the metal pusher on his Speedmaster and tracked the sweeping seconds hand to manually time the critical ignition window. Those 14 seconds of flawless mechanical operation validated every brutal laboratory test NASA ran in 1965. The mechanical watch served as a critical, unshakable lifeline that brought all three men safely back through the atmosphere. Following its return from orbit, the Speedmaster line evolved. Omega soon introduced the Mark II, modifying the case design for better protection while retaining the core mechanical architecture that NASA relied on. Over the ensuing decades, they pushed the engineering further, ultimately integrating the highly precise Co-Axial Master Chronometer movement and even reissuing the exact caliber 321 that powered the original Apollo missions. These constant iterations reflect a distinct shift in purpose. Omega recognized their chronograph had permanently graduated from a motorsport accessory into the definitive symbol of human space exploration. Today, mechanical timekeeping is functionally obsolete. We track our days with atomic precision on smartwatches and digital devices, but a modern Speedmaster serves a different function. It acts as a physical, wearable archive of our most daring engineering triumphs. Its mechanical ancestors survived the violent vibrations of Saturn V rocket launches, kept time in the dust of the moon, and guided a crippled spacecraft out of the dark. No other consumer product carries that exact historical weight,